lies the future of agriculture, sustainable, innovative, and powered by smart solutions. From the rich soil of Africa to high-tech farms around the globe, agriculture is evolving to meet the demands of tomorrow. At the intersection of tradition and technology, we discover smarter ways to grow more, waste less, and harvest greener. Together, we are cultivating a future where every harvest sustains the earth and its people. Join us 9:30 a.m. Monday to Fridays on ASO TV, channel 392 DSTV, Star Times, channel 127, or YouTube live stream GSA Initiative. Agriculture for today and tomorrow, as we share groundbreaking ideas, empowering farmers, and celebrate greenhouse solutions. Together, let's grow the future.
Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Agriculture for Today and Tomorrow. Here we promote smart solutions for greener harvest. And remember, this is a media production of Growth for Sustainable Agriculture initiative. Thank you for always tuning into our show, and I'm sure that you're learning a whole lot about agriculture. And today we will be doing something new, something innovative, something that is new on the show, because we believe it is important that while we also educate you, create awareness on sustainable agricultural practices, it's important that we also bring opportunities and activities, happenings, recent happenings around the agricultural space in Nigeria to you. So every Monday, we will be doing a summary of all the activities that have happened in the past week and opportunities that are available so that farmers can get to align with any of the opportunities and activities that actually interest your passion. So we will be doing opportunities and activities and opportunities in the agricultural space in Nigeria. So we'll get started today. As you know, of course, you know we do not have so much time. Today we'll just start with the first news that which is very, very exciting to my heart, because it's something that we have been proposing all a long time ago, that states need to begin to take responsibility for production of at least one agro commodity. So the first news here we have that Jigawa State targets 3.6 million metric tons of rice production annually. This is a very, very beautiful thing, because of course rice is a staple in Nigeria. Every home, almost every home has rice. Even in the north, beyond eating it as jollof or white rice, they have it as a swallow, tuwo chinkafa. You know, so rice is a very, very important staple in Nigeria, and it is high time that we begin to ensure the consistent production of rice in Nigeria. So Jigawa State government is targeting the production of 3.6 million metric tons of rice annually to boost Nigeria's rice production. So this target represents close to 50% of the nation's requirement. So if they are able to achieve this, 50% of rice demand in Nigeria will actually be met. So let's get to see what the plans are. So of course, the governor, who is the chief pilot of this project, Governor Umar Namdi, stated this when he received a delegation of some Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, led by the chairman of the commission, during a court visit to his office. And in that visit, he reiterated his administration's plan to contribute 50% of Nigeria's total rice requirement by the year 2030. So according to him, we cultivate rice twice a year, and this is news. We cultivate rice twice a year. So I would also want to go and make inquiries and find out, because for them to cultivate rice twice a year, it means that they have a serious irrigation system in place. They are not dependent only on rain-fed systems. All right. So in 2024 alone, we cultivated over 200,000 hectares of rice. So for context, for those of us that are not in the agricultural space, 1 hectare is the size of a football field. So imagine football field times 2 in 200,000 places. That is the quantity of rice that the governor claims that they had cultivated in 2024. This year we are scaling up to over 250,000 hectares. The same context, football field multiplied by 250,000 hectares. So by 2030 our target is 500,000 hectares, and at this pace we are going, will achieve that with ease, the governor has said. Our ultimate goal is to contribute 3.6 million metric tons of rice annually to Nigeria's rice production, representing close to that. So 500,000 hectares of rice production twice a year. That would be something to behold. But of course, this is actually not, it's something that we should have done way back. But of course, like the saying goes, the best time to have done something was yesterday, and the next best time is today. So if the governor has started this, if they are pushing towards achieving 500,000 hectares of rice production twice every year, it's a very laudable project, because there are some things that is common sense that should not be lacking. Nigeria should not lack rice. Everybody, the rich, the poor, the north, the south, the east, the west, every part of Nigeria has a meal where rice is a major component of that. So if it is a staple in Nigeria, then it is something that we should have made sure, we should have factored that, yes, we need to have rice. So I applaud the governor of Taraba State, of Jigawa State, pardon me, for taking this laudable initiative to ensure that they are able to contribute rice. And of course, yes, their state has been known to be a major rice producer over the time. But you know, when we usually say major rice producers, it has been driven by smallholder farmers who were doing 10 hectares, 1 hectare, 2 hectares, that could barely feed even a community for 1 month. So, but when we do this, if we are able to achieve 500,000 hectares of rice twice a year, that would be a very, very laudable initiative. Let us also go to the second activity that we have highlighted for today. We have that the federal government and the International Fund for Agricultural Development hosted, so some students, hosted the Special Agricultural Producing Zones. I don't know if you've heard about the Special Agricultural Producing Zones initiative of the government, where they want to have different, just like Jigawa has done in the last activity we just highlighted, different states will have different commodities, but it's going to be divided into zones. Every zone will have some special commodity that they are contributing to Nigeria. So that committee actually visited IFAD, the IFAD office. IFAD stands for International Fund for Agricultural Development, to learn about their Commodity Alliance Forum. Commodity Alliance Forum is a model that was set up by IFAD to ensure that farmers have easier access to market. So they cluster different commodities and have different alliances. They come together as a cooperative, if you may, and then they are able to use that to strengthen the ability of farmers to negotiate prices, the ability of farmers to access, because by the time, beyond open markets, farmers that try to supply to industries, that supply to companies, they most times are unable to achieve that supply, that contract, because of quantity, because of quality. But by the time we began having the Commodity Alliance Forum, farmers were able to come together and achieve quantity, achieve quality, and were able to supply to other markets beyond the open market, where we just go to buy for eating. So a learning visit to the federal government and the International Fund for Agricultural Development Value Chain Development Program offered staff and stakeholders of the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zone Program a first-hand look and understanding of VCPD's Commodity Alliance Forum, with a bid to replicating the Commodity Alliance Forum model to improve farmers' access to markets. So the National Program Coordinator of IFAD, that's International Fund for Agricultural Development, there's a sub-project that they call the Value Chain Development Project, and it's headed by Dr. Fatima Aliyu. So the National Program Coordinator of that Value Chain Development Project, Dr. Fatima Aliyu, represented by the Market Development Officer, Mr. Sondagama, assured the purpose of the visit to VCPD Benue State to understudy the Commodity Alliance Forum would be achieved because VCPD will avail the SAPS team all the information that was needed. So yes, they visited, and it would be a very, very welcome initiative if this CAF model is adopted by the SAPS. SAPS is a federal government initiative, Special Agro-Industries Processing Zones. So if we have farmers clustered and arranged to cluster and ensure that they have different commodities that they are championing as a cluster, they will be able to negotiate more and they will be able to have better market access. And then, of course, still around the IFAD VCPD project, they just signed MOU to boost farmers' financial inclusion. So in a bid to improve farmers' financial inclusion, the federal government of Nigeria and IFAD, I keep saying IFAD, on Thursday signed a memorandum of understanding to boost farmers' financial inclusion. So federal government is signing an agreement with IFAD today. So The signing was done in Bauchi State at the headquarters of DEC, a non-for-profit microfinance institution, where DEC signed on behalf of DEC, where the DEC signed, and while the program coordinator, Dr. Fatima Aliyu, also signed on behalf of VCPD. So it was made known by Dr. Aliyu, who led the VCPD delegation to DEC, that objectives of VC is to increase incomes, enhance food security, and reduce vulnerability for smallholder farmers. So particularly women and youths in the participating 9 states, which are Anambra, Benue, Ebonyi, Enugu, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun, and Taraba states, with 135,000 naira, with 135,000 farmers as direct beneficiaries and over 1 million farmers as indirect beneficiaries who are currently under the program. So these people, these 135,000 farmers as direct beneficiaries, will be enjoying some financial inclusion based on this recently signed memorandum of understanding. So thanks to the federal government and in fact for an extension of the program by another 2 years, which made VCPD come back for the extension of this MOU. So it would be good that you go and read more and understand this MOU that is signed by DEC and federal government of Nigeria, to see as a farmer how you can begin to benefit from this. And then finally, we will also be talking about, as a final activity update, the 8 weeks virtual farm food safety compliance training set to begin with the onboarding on the 3rd of May 2025. So Growth for Sustainable Agriculture Initiative this year is initiating a project that they call the 2025 World Food Safety Commemoration Project. And there's a retinue of programs outlined to commemorate this year's World Food Safety Project, and one of them is the 8 weeks virtual training. Currently, there are 2,500 farmers registered to be part of that training who have been successfully moved to their training group for virtual training, and the onboarding will be starting on the 3rd of May, this Saturday, 3rd of May 2025, to ensure to open the eyes and the knowledge, to pass knowledge to these farmers on how to ensure food safety from the farm. So in terms of chemicals being used, inputs being used, in terms of practices being used in the farm, these are more. So these farmers at the end of this training will be able to randomly take out their produce for both the export market, and their produce will also reach any quality standard globally. So they will be able to sell both internally and externally, which will also improve the quality of food that we are producing within Nigeria. It has always been a nightmare when farmers, or when you take any random agricultural produce from Nigeria into the international market, it is usually rejected in different locations. In fact, it is subjected to higher level of scrutiny because of the kind of chemicals, pesticides, fungicides, and other chemicals, and even our agricultural practices that we put in place. But with this training, at the end of this training, farmers will be able to comply, will be able to understand and know what are international standard regulations for food safety. Some chemicals that have been banned world over are still being used by farmers in Nigeria. Some inputs, some seeds that have been banned world over are still being used by farmers in Nigeria. So we need to begin to bring this knowledge to farmers and get them to understand. So the onboarding session will be happening this Friday by 4 p.m. That's 3rd of May by 4 p.m. and all those that have registered will be benefiting from it. After that, a series of other activities which we will be sharing in our subsequent episodes to commemorate World Food Safety Day in 2025. Thank you so much. That is all we will be taking for today. All the activity will be taken for today. If you know more activities that have also come up, you can also share on our social media, on our Facebook, on our IG, or on our LinkedIn. Then you can also watch us on YouTube live. That is all we'll be taking for today on Agriculture for Today and Tomorrow. I remain Daniel Black, and here we promote smart solutions for greener harvests. See you in the next episode.
In the heart of our fields,